Hi, my name's Kelly Bowker. Welcome to my channel. There's a lot of new people here, and I want you to know it means the world to me that you've all joined and subscribed and are giving me beautiful messages that I love to look at and respond to. Please subscribe if you haven't, and be sure to join me for my Tuesdays at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm having a group, and I would love to have you be a part of it. It is truly wonderful, and it's a blessing to me and the people that are there. So go to my scheduling channel that will be in the information below, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye. You're seeking, you are wanting to grow, and but yet you're feeling like you're maybe spinning your tires a bit. It's not like you're not growing, you are. We all are on a cycle. We're all on a cycle. And I thought we used to slide back. We don't slide back. We just kind of slow way down. And then we go
Oh,
fast again. I used to actually feel like I was sliding back, but they've told me that no, once you have created a level of energy and knowing, it's always there. It's always there. It's just other stuff has come in. So a big part in my evolution, in my 61 years, every self-help book I ever read, I skipped over the meditation part and I skipped over the inner child part. And inner child, what are you even talking about? Well, guess what? when the when the angels come and knock you upside the head and say, "Yeah, this is what you need to do," it's like, "Yeah, okay, you need to do it." And that's what they were just doing. Inner child, inner child. So they gave me this process, and it's so think about one of the agreements that we made when we became human was the continuum of emotions. And on this end of the continuum, you've got all the good stuff, awe and wonder and joy and greatness, okay? On this end of the continuum, you got sadness and grief and anxiety and hate and blah, 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 whatever. In the very center, there is one tiny little point of neutrality, of neutral. It's neither good nor bad. Another way to think about that is our adult self. Our adult self who doesn't panic. You see a hole in the bottom of the boat, get the goddamn duct tape. I got to put duct tape on the hole, got to get her done, right? That's that neutral place. They've also, over time, given me the words um, our higher self. That is the place where our higher self can talk. And it's also the fifth dimension perspective. That fifth dimension of being able to pull back and look at stuff without it having an effect. That's that middle spot, okay? So you with me so far? Any of the emotions on the continuum, it is communication from our inner child. Our inner child is the part of us. It is all the subconscious programming, and we all know about subconscious programming. We know that all got laid down from 0 to about 7 to 9 years, and that chatter you described is like literally 95% of that programming. So that sucks, right? Because I mean, what are we supposed to do about that? When we get a nudge, I love to use the example of the telephone. The telephone rings, we pick up the telephone, and we're like, oh, let's say it's Aunt Sue. Ugh, and you get that hit. But you pick it up and okay, yeah, I'm bringing peas to Christmas dinner, blah blah blah, and you hang it down. The next time you have time, I call it my prayer time, my spirit time, whatever you call it, the time in the morning or the evening, when you have time to be with yourself and not be interrupted, then you go into this process. You reaffirm and you reconnect to that higher self part of you, that neutral part, that adult self, whatever word feels the most comfortable. You connect to that. Kelly Belker is a strong, powerful woman. I can get shit done. Don't come at my people or you'll see a tiger come at you. That strong woman that I know you are too, Nina. We are that person. So we settle into that energy of that beautiful, adult, clear minded, strong, powerful Kelly. And then I speak to this Kelly over here that's also part of me. And it's my inner child, my inner teenager, my subconscious programming, whatever you want to think about it as. And I say to that part of myself, Honey, when you saw that it was Aunt Sue on the phone, you got a little upset about that. Can you tell me why? And then you don't fill in the blank. You don't try to put words in her mouth because she has been having people put words in her mouth her whole fucking life. Wants to say what she needs to say. So you as the adult hold space. You just hold space. And then Kelly, when I do this process, I literally try to sink my energy into what it would feel like to be 3 or 4 years old and know that I had to talk to Aunt Sue. And I almost always, my arms usually do this because it's kind of like a protective thing. And I settle into that energy and I go, she's mean. I don't like talking to her. And then adult Kelly says, well, honey, tell me more about that. What do you mean she's mean? What has she done that's been being mean? Well, she makes me feel stupid, like I can't do nothing right. And then adult Kelly says, oh, gosh, well, that doesn't feel very good, does it? Can you tell me, has anybody else ever made you feel like that? Well, yeah, remember when Bubba used to tell me I was stupid all the time? Bubba's my big brother. Bubba was mean, and he made me feel like I was stupid. And then adult Kelly says, well, sweetheart, I am so sorry you had to go through that. And you know that he didn't really mean it. And even if he did, that's on him, not you. Because I'm here to tell you, you are smart. And you are strong and you are awesome just the way you are. And I am so appreciative and so thankful for you. Because you know what, baby girl? We have grown into a strong, powerful woman. And we have made a great life. And we're growing every day. And I couldn't be doing this without you. And you are awesome. And you are really, really helping me. And you have that conversation. And Nina, I can tell you that if you truly practice this and you hold space for that little girl, you're going to find things out that you don't even remember. I asked my little girl once why she was afraid to go on a trip. And I found out she was afraid she was going to be cold and she was going to be hungry. I had all this anxiety about going on this trip I was going to do. I'm a grown-ass woman and I'm full of anxiety about going on this trip. So I practiced what I preached. I sat down and I said, baby, why are we so scared to go on this trip? Well, what if I'm cold? And I was like, why would you be cold? Well, because sometimes people don't have enough blankets and they don't have enough heat at their house. And then I got the memory. And it was a memory of me being a little kid, Mama taking me to a babysitter's house. The only prerequisite for my mother to leave me with anybody was I'd be alive when she come home. She didn't really give a shit about the comfort. That's why they took me. And so there wasn't, and I was afraid of being hungry. I was afraid of being hungry. So what adult Kelly said, when I really heard this from her, and I'm like, oh my God, I said, baby, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. I said, we are going to put extra blankets in the car. I'm going to make sure the tank is full of gas. So if you're uncomfortable, we can leave anytime. I'm going to take a bag with all our favorite snacks. And we're going to be fine. And if you don't feel comfortable, Pumpkin, we're going to leave because you know what? I've got a car and I have plenty of money and I can buy gas and we will get the heck out of there. And she's like, you promise I don't have to stay if I'm not happy? And I said, no, baby girl, you do not have to stay if you're not happy. And then that anxiety lifted and I had a wonderful time. I had one moment during the time when it was almost bedtime. Almost bedtime's the witching hour when you're little. It's almost bed and you got to go by yourself and you're scared. And it was time to go up over the stairs. It was an older house. And this is me as an adult. And I got a little anxiety and adult Kelly just came and just said, baby, we're fine. There's plenty of blankets up there. You're going to be absolutely fine. We're gonna go night and it's going to be okay. And you're comfortable and you're loved. Everything is okay, honey. And I put myself to bed and I was fine. That seems insignificant, but I'm telling you it is powerful. It is a process right from the angels. They have said we need to nurture our inner self. that every bit of longing that you have in your heart, darling, you can meet those needs your own self. You have a longing to be loved. You have a longing to be seen and validated and known and heard. You can give that to you. And when you do, the world will respond to that. The tears are a wonderful communication from your higher self saying, this is exactly what you need to hear. Hear it over and over again. This is some work that you need to do if you choose to do it. I'm using the wrong words. They just knocked me in the head. We don't need to do anything, but they're inviting us. They're inviting us because you know what? We live our life and we are trained when we are little. We are trained that if you're a good girl, you don't get angry. If you're a good girl, you do for others. If you're a good girl, you put others first. Other people are more important. And we're trained, even by the best parents, we're trained that, Daddy, if I put a sweet little smile on my face and acted all cute, Daddy acted a different way. If I was the least little bit surly or grumpy, oh my God, Daddy got bigger surlier and bigger grumpier. What did that teach little Kelly? My behavior is the responsible factor for how everybody else is. Be good. I better put a smile on this face because if you're not smiling, I'm going to give you something to not smile about. You know, it's not, I wasn't hit or anything, not spankings and stuff, but I'm talking figuratively. You know, it's like you know, it is, there is that part of us that was trained to put everybody else before ourselves. And my guides and my angel team are coming through me to the world to say, put yourself first. Love and care for yourself. It is not your job to fix the rest of the world. It is your job to fix and love and care. There's nothing to be fixed, Pumpkin. You're perfect. You are literally perfect in this moment. You are seen by the angels in heaven as perfection. And you are loved unconditionally. There is nothing you can do. There's nothing you can say that separates you from the love and the perfection that you are. You are that, sweetheart. You are. And it's talking to that inner self over and over and over until she can hear it. Till she really can hear it and know it. When you can look yourself in the mirror and know that you are perfect and loved in this moment.